Hi, is it active? Let me check real quick. Yes, it is. It is active. Real quick. It is. Hi. So we're just going to go ahead and I I'm gonna say I already watched the video, so I'm just going to debunk this because this was a lot
Yes,
of
yes, it
bullshit.
is. It is
Real
active.
quick. Yeah, I'm going to debunk this thing, which was a lot of crap. Yeah. So let's get started, I guess.
The Hulk versus Godzilla.
Again, I already have watched the video, so
Marvel's Green Goliath against the King of the Monsters. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skill
yeah, badly, of course, because you didn't do your job really well.
to find out who would win a death battle. What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
A weapon designed by the greatest gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went up, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick.
That day, Bruce Banner died.
And became the Incredible Hulk, a pissed off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit.
Standing 8 feet tall
Okay, not gonna lie, that was a pretty good joke.
and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares.
Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity
True.
disorder, with many different
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, in fact, yeah, that's why there are multiple Hulks, except for like other Hulks
Hulks
from other people, of course.
embodying alternate personalities.
Like Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning.
So the only few Hulks that aren't from Bruce Banner are Red Hulk. It's a different character, and well, She-Hulk, obviously. And anyway,
gangster, and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
yeah, that kind of sucks, though. Like, bro, he's a baby, bro. Like, you don't throw babies like that.
Holy shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk everyone knows, the big guy, is known as Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse, hence his childlike personality. Though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk, what do you get?
The Green Scar.
The World Breaker!
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a
Yes, in fact, he was gay.
conqueror.
Hulk is strong enough to lift 150 billion tons.
Yes, in fact, yeah, he can. I mean, it was mainly because I think it's the silver era of comics. I'm not sure though, because I'm not good with era of comics. But yeah, the early eras of comics of the 60s, yeah, that was a lot of things like that. Like, yeah, bro, you can do that.
Of rock jump from New Mexico to Florida in a single.
Yeah, so you can read it. Didn't you read what is here, of course? But yeah, that is for now. Most of the whole scaling is pretty accurate. But we're here to debunk the Godzilla part, which has mainly things that are not accurate. But we're gonna wait.
Bound and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say world breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving a
Was there notes about what eternity does? Because I can't.
which could bind eternity.
Basically, eternity is like part of the Marvel multiverse and can see everything. And if he wanted to, could act on like what happens in the multiverse. Just choose to not. Like his first rule is to not act. But if he wanted to, he could just like I don't know, mess up timelines and all that. So yeah, bro, like he's at least bare minimum global multiversal in terms of AP. So yeah.
Itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk just broke it by
Yeah, that is a pretty good feat.
himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first assembled because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor, the Hulk consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force,
That is true.
with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances
Yeah, Odin is just like that. Because that I think like Thor get it when Odin died in the comics.
and match the power of Null,
Oh well, he's
who killed countless Celestials.
yeah. For example, for Celestials can. I mean, they can literally like create planets, stars, and galaxies, and like the the time we were shown Null, he just one shots one with his sword. Like what the hell? And yeah, he's pretty powerful. Can destroy planets with ease and all that. So yeah, Null is pretty strong. I'm not covering everything because there's a lot, but yeah.
Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart with just a clap. Good luck with that, Hammerman. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like regenerating from fatal wounds. Even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
Yes, although it's basically nothing compared to Godzilla regeneration. Just not gonna lie, but
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes
okay, what the
and read people's minds?
nice comics. Ah yes, Hulk can read people's minds. I love comics. It's making absolutely no sense. I mean, I'm saying that like technically I already watched the video, but still.
Oh, also, he can see ghosts and give him a
Man, I mean that's nothing. Like spirit energy. I mean, you know what? No, I said I was going to force the Godzilla things later.
good old-fashioned Hulk smash.
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty white between panels.
Okay, well,
A gutter space beyond time and concept.
What, like how She-Hulk can for some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly. In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 6-1,
nice comics. It only makes sense, bro.
6, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
Except for Bruce.
That's right. Dr. Banner is a certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on.
I mean, the 3 first are, of course, Red Richard and Doom, and I forgot his real name. But yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah. And then it's Iron Man in 3rd and 4th, well, Bruce Banner. So yeah.
The planet.
And that's comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner built the Collider Synchrotron, a machine that can scan the entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
I'm just going to check the chat real quick. I wanted to announce in live and get this. Yeah, sorry. Just debunking things on. Because Death Battle loves saying a lot of bullshit, and it will come later. Anyway, it will come later. You know what? Never mind.
Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom. Hey, can't blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was.
Technically, that's not exact because the one below Hulk, which is the one that controls the thing below the below place. Well, the one below is just he's the one that agrees whether Bruce gets the green door or not. So like, if he's like, well, you die too many times, or I won't open the door because I won't do it right now. I will do it later. Well, he just doesn't get the door, so it's not automatic. So yeah, that's wrong right there, and it will be really important for later.
As before, easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back.
Again, the green door only opens if the one below all agrees to open it. Like he's the one who's opening it for his champions, and if he doesn't want to, well, it just doesn't open. So yeah, and again, this is going to be important. But
ready to rumble! The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all.
So yeah, as I was saying, this is the one who controls the below place.
The dark side of the one above.
Yeah.
All. That's right.
God love Marvel names.
God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said, nah.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the strongest one there is.
No, this is what we'll have to debunk here.
The year was 1946. The press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla!
I that's the story of the first movies, the movie of 55, all the Showa era movies, the Heisei era, or the 80s, 90s, and and Final War, but on and Millennium, but like every American Godzilla don't. Yeah, it's not that for some reason. So yeah,
King of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst wake up ever.
technically, no, the nuclear bomb didn't wake him up. It made him in most of the Japanese media, Godzilla at least.
So he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it seemed prophetic. The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked the end of.
And in fact, yes, because Godzilla literally can't be erased from history. Like, as long as nuclear weapon exists, he can't. Like, even if you go back in time and kill him, he'll just going to find a way to exist again in the story. Like, you can't wipe him out of existence. Yeah. So there's that.
Times.
Complete with googly eyes and the most epic roar ever.
Peak.
Over the years, there have been many
I say Godzilla, aka Godzilla that can kill Space Godzilla, which had an infinite amount of power. Can tank attack from a 6th dimension. What else? Oh yeah, can literally negate his own immortality when he felt Biolante, which was made out of his own cells. So yeah, basically can negate the immortality of something else. That's nice, and yeah. So
iterations of the beast.
oh yeah, and he's also stronger than spirit energy for some reason, and gets stronger the angrier humans are against him. Damn, the SA era, so not this one. No, not this one.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of. Over the years, there have been.
Alright, so yeah, all of this is just for this Godzilla. And I just scratched the surface of the power of this iteration of Godzilla, so yeah.
Many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 20
Iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and
Yep, especially comics.
cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around, not including Manila, the Scrappy Doo of kaiju.
No.
Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy Doo.
Despite the
How dare you?
variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent, so we'll examine his entire
Consistent. Yeah, you're so funny, bro. Totally consistent.
history, focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Koji smashes through skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might
Damn, seriously, only comics are building things? Come on.
as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath.
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat.
Which he can actually tank when, like, one time he was firing his beam and he got his own beam back like 1,000 times stronger, and Godzilla's beam is 500,000 degrees Celsius. So he got like a 500 million ray back at him, and he tanked it like it was nothing. So yeah, he's pretty durable.
With an estimated range of 1,100
It depends on which iteration you take.
miles, it can exceed 500,000.
Yes, and he can take that, well, like I said, 1,000 times over, so it can take he's basically immune to a heat of like 500 million degrees Celsius, because it was his own ray multiplied by 1,000 times back at him.
degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the
Yes.
sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power.
No, it's infinitely hotter. Like, it's basically 500,000 degrees Celsius times infinity. Like, it's this. Yes. Times infinity, which is equal to infinity. So yeah, no, it's not 2 times stronger, it's infinitely stronger. Here you go.
And spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly. Well,
I mean, yeah, he could always fly anyway, so.
he could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built up, Godzilla can blast a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech piloted by Hatsune Miku.
I never watched Snow Godzilla, but geez, now I want to watch it.
There's also a number of era exclusive powers.
Yeah, a lot of this. Yeah, this is, for example, yeah, the Showa era. Like, he could, like, had the magnetism, yeah, Showa era. Yeah, he can do that, yeah. I have the evolution only for Shin Godzilla. I mean, that's for basically every Godzilla. Energy absorption is basically the base.
Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Which nullifies power, by the way.
Effectively a living nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural phased array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically.
I
And
mean, that's basically for every Godzilla. Like, even, for example, the modern Godzilla of the MonsterVerse can detect danger all around the Earth.
Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that
is in the fourth dimension. Oh yeah, also it could blow up black holes in one of his array. Yeah, forgot to mention that, huh?
can bypass physics.
And
Yeah, because that kaiju was in the fourth dimension. And anyway, at some point, Godzilla Earth managed to put a fourth dimensional being in the third dimension somehow. That doesn't make sense.
don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
It's kind of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw
Yeah, Biolante is and he didn't only do that, but Biolante is composed of his own cells, and Godzilla is like immortal, so he can't be completely, because he has regeneration and all that, so he's immortal, and Godzilla still managed to kill her and negate his own types of immortality. And I don't remember immortality types of Heisei Godzilla. So Heisei are stated to be immortal several times, but his radiation growing ages immortality died only because he was overloaded with radiation and only from the meteor. In fact, her duration and no lifespan basically, yeah. So you see, Godzilla's basically immortal. Um, yes, he is. He was living from nature and was immortal both later. So yeah, And well, Godzilla can literally negate his own immortality by killing Violante, so think that needed to be mentioned. So yeah,
Violante, which weighed 200,000.
I mean that's not the heaviest he's lifted, I think. I mean I can't think of something right now that's higher, but technically but Godzilla, I say Godzilla's infinite lifting strength because because he lifted the source he lifted man, I don't remember, like I don't have in head, but yeah, he has infinite lifting strength.
1,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors,
including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Yeah, that's not really his biggest durable feats, but
Then he went.
I mean, you can literally tank like Rave that literally destroys gravity. So there's that, and also the blows of Destroyer, which can literally destroy to an atomic level oxygen. So yeah, a ray that destroys gravity and a ray that and an impact that literally destroy oxygen atoms, and it's like that's all you got. So yeah.
To hell, fought some.
Yeah, and when he went to hell, he fell from an infinite distance from Earth to hell. So it was infinite. He fell from that, and he tanked it.
Fucked up versions of God and Satan, and
There was a god of a multiverse, of an infinite outerverse, by the way.
atomic breath that Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the
And again, killed a god that is the god of an alterverse.
whole planet. That's scary enough for you? Gotta.
So you can you go here too.
One of Dr. Pepper.
With such awesome might, he's battled the most dangerous of foes, like King Ghidorah and Gigan. In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
From local to Earth in a short amount of time, yeah, and Space Godzilla also again has an infinite amount of energy, and Godzilla still managed to kill him, even though he had an infinite amount of power, and thanks to the blows of Space Godzilla, which were an infinite amount of power, so the durability of Godzilla is infinite.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The oxygen destroyer.
Actually, no, because they didn't actually kill him, not completely, because
Developed in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules.
First of all, that was only the first iteration, and like I said, like Destroyer, which was made by this weapon when he fought Issei Godzilla, he did the same thing as the bomb, and he did it to like his deck did the same thing that the bomb did, and it did no damage to Issei Godzilla. So that only works for the 1954 movie version. So, not really.
The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can blow off his head, explode him from the inside, or
I mean, he literally can't die.
Crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve.
In fact, yes, he will come back. I mean, Godzilla can literally regenerate the whole body from a single cell.
Evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super forms. He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the oxygen destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Also, Also, fun fact: spirit energy is nothing for Godzilla. Like, yeah.
Okay, why Japan? Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He's stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always so bad, though. He can be super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's two types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of...
Destroyer. Yeah, especially Destroyer. The fact that they don't talk more about Godzilla in Hell is crazy. Because he's like literally ultraversal.
planet Earth.
Well, there is a third type.
Oh yeah, we got. So we're going to talk about Godzilla Ultima.
But to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does Godzilla walk?
On two legs, Wiz, obviously.
But according to Square Cube law,
Oh my god.
those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh god, here we go again.
A creature like Godzilla cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was
Oh my god. Oh, and that's where the true bullcrap comes.
presented in the anime Singular Point.
Ooh. So I'm going to debunk that severely.
If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
And that's where, you know what, I'm going to wait his explain and then I'm going to say what is.
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly!
He's not. Only Godzilla Ultima is in his own universe, but not every Godzilla is from another universe.
What if all kaiju come from a higher plane of existence?
No, those they don't. I mean, only in singular point, but like not in other iterations.
With no regard for the known laws of physics. This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a
Which only exists in singular points.
trans-temporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and
In singular point.
all of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas
And that's where you're wrong, buddy.
appear in so many universes. They all trace back
No, they don't. None of the, like, there is the same cosmology, but like none of all of the kaiju are not related to their other forming other eras and iterations. Like the only reason they think that is because there are cameos of other films and series in the the generic post-credit outro of Singular Point, but like they're not connected. Singular Point is another universe from the other one and aren't linked at all. Like the kaiju's, like they're only linked in name and the fact that they're in the same cosmology, but like not every Godzilla in other universe are an avatar of Godzilla Ultima from Singular Point.
to one singular
No, they don't.
point. Godzilla Ultima.
And yeah, as I said, other Godzillas aren't.
Sporting the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzilla.
Not all Godzilla, only this one, because if the other Godzillas aren't linked to this one except in name and the fact that they're just same multiverse, I guess.
Godzilla is a test for humanity, a challenge.
Yes, but it's the credits. It doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't apply a connection. Yes, but like every Godzilla films are linked to 1954 Godzilla attack, so that's stupid. It's just so no, they're not. There is no connection between Godzilla of Singular Point and other. It's just literally a cameo at the end of credits. Idiots.
Laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get why that happened, but to someone who exists in only a 2D plane,
And we didn't even talk about like Godzilla. Um, shit, I forgot his name. Don't make a Discord. What is going on here? What the?
the shadow looks like it just ran.
Yes, but no, because I mean, you didn't even talk about like other strong Godzilla. I mean, you really talk about Godzilla in Hell, which is ultra-versal. And technically, like even say Godzilla is ultra-versal, by linear scaling, uh, like around the same level as Mothra Leo, but my link in video for more detail because I don't have it in the head right now. But yeah.
Randomly transformed into something totally.
Oh my god.
Perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get why that happened, but to someone who exists in only a 2D plane, why that happened. Shadow changes. We get why that happened, but to someone who exists.
Oh my god, it's lagging here.
Thousand earthquakes around.
Implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for
We get why that happened.
kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains
Object and its shadow changes. We get why that happened, but to someone who exists in only a 2D
Sorry for that, it was the connection.
plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Bill.
I mean, that's because you wanted to make it complicated and make that also that Ultimate's weaknesses work on every Godzilla, which it doesn't.
Building, huh?
this shadow, this wannabe god, desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
I mean, you don't even in the fact that you don't even need Godzilla Ultima to affect like fourth dimensional things and all that, because well, other Godzillas. I mean, technically you can't even count like Godzilla, Marvel Godzilla, but we're going to talk about it later. But like, I mean, for example, I say Godzilla can literally affect, can like do damage to the soul of kaiju's and things like that. So yeah,
And Godzilla is its avatar.
it's not because I mean only for Godzilla Ultima, but like not every Godzilla is linked to Godzilla Ultima, like I said previously.
Through Ultima, this entity sees the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima
Yes, like for example, let's say Hulk gets back with the green door. Godzilla Ultima could just say, well, the green door works, but it doesn't bring you to this universe, and it just doesn't happen because Godzilla Ultima can literally manipulate fate and causality, so can prevent something like imagine you punch him. Well, okay, you punch him. Well, Godzilla Ultima will be like, No, you didn't, and it just didn't happen. Like, the green door opened because of old Ultima. No, it didn't. It didn't happen. Yeah, I know.
Himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way. If something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And now my head hurts. TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey,
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting up the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it. Because while each Godzilla has its differences,
No, they're not linked to each other. Again, how many times do I have to say this?
one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal,
Yes, it is.
and that makes him the king.
Look at the skulls, gaze into their eyes. Deathbattle.gg.
They don't deserve that.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
No, you fucking didn't because you forget so many things and literally shaped like how Godzilla works, but okay, sure.
It's time for a death battle!
She's unfair and not even like, well, no, Hulk's gonna win because you favorite Marvel over everything. Marvel and DC, so just comics in general. Visit Godzilla -1.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
The only good thing about this video is that the animation is great. That's all.
Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays!
Again, if it was like, for example, if it was realistic, like the moment this ray touches Hulk, because the race is because it's supposed to be composite Godzilla, so every Godzilla, his ray should just touch his soul and just fucking destroy his soul. So he should be able to get back to the Bellow place, but his soul is blasted, so it just doesn't exist anymore. Like, there is no soul, no body, nothing. And it's his soul that is supposed to go back down to the Bellow place, so technically, like, the soul is destroyed, he's dead, nothing can be done. That Bellow says, no, it doesn't touch the soul. Taking that into account.
You think you're strong? I scan the world! Take out! stupid lizard.
And normally, because he touches your soul, like Hulk is gone, not a green door, because your soul is gone again. You shouldn't be able to go down. Like, if your soul is destroyed, it can't go in hell, because the soul needs to go in hell. It needs to exist to go in hell. I don't think I need to explain that. If your soul doesn't exist, you can't go to hell. It makes sense. So Death Battle says nope.
I think I understand.
The fact that this isn't even the strongest Godzilla, like SA is literally stronger. Godzilla in Hell is literally stronger. Like, it doesn't even make sense for their own logic. Like, how can an avatar be stronger than the thing that created the avatar? You know, that doesn't make sense.
It's been days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading. Godzilla has grown in size, but we believe we are...
How does it work?
Well, smash. A million, trillion to one and rising. That's the odds. Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 + 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma.
Again, technically Hulk doesn't have an infinite use of the green door because it's a one below that's like realistically wouldn't agree to that. Like, he needs to, like, the one below, if he just says no, then he doesn't get in. And it's unlikely that someone below just agrees to give him infinite getbacks, you know, like that. Yeah, so no.
1,000 times. A million. A trillion. I just need one. You did it, big guy. We did it.
KO! Okay, run this by me. What happened?
It's complicated, so let's break this down into 3 categories. First up, power. Most versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes and extinction level events, tag beyond light speed foes like Gigan, blow up planets.
Blow planets killed gods and created an infinite multiverse too.
However,
Technically this was an outerverse, but we're gonna say multiverse for the sake of simplicity.
the Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped the universe to bits and shook the infinite dimension.
Again, Godzilla killed a god that created an basically it goes like that. Universe, like universe are, you know, so an outerverse is composed of an infinite amount of hyperverse. A hyperverse is composed of an infinite amount of multiverse, and multiverse is composed of an infinite amount of universes. Godzilla in Hell killed a god that created an outerverse, so it's above a multiverse, like way above. So yeah.
Dimensions linked to the crossroads in a straight fight with a classic Godzilla. 616 Hulk smash.
Godzilla in Hell.
Smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament,
And Godzilla in Hell killed the god that created an infinite universe.
which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being not entirely unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a
Yes, but Ultima's entity is literally weaker than the god mountain.
small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stat.
Yes, because Godzilla in Hell, but like you don't even take it into account for some reason, and also like, man, I forgot the name of the comics. That angers me. But like there's Godzilla, a thing across time. Godzilla across time. Rage. Thank you, jeez. This Godzilla literally fought like every kaiju that ever existed. In basically in some sort of battle royal, killed them. He also killed Orochi, which like is at least multiversal. Uh, so yeah, and well, Godzilla Rage Across Time. Well, can well uh walk across time like it is not affected, no, like it. So yes, there is that, and there's also another one, but I forgot the name completely. So yeah.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop, even with their
No, because the green door doesn't open infinitely, because it's one below all that chooses if it opens or not. So still doesn't work.
healing factors both could technically kill each other, but
No, they couldn't. I mean, Hulk couldn't kill Godzilla, because
then just come right back.
The green door instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place,
no, it doesn't.
and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both Hulk and
I mean, again, technically, like many Godzillas are enough to tank most of Hulk's attack. Godzilla in Hell,
Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions. So
which Godzilla Ultimate could, if you count in Marvel Godzilla, which is clearly immune to chaos magic from from Scarlet Witch and well, Marvel. Yes, it's and yeah, Marvel Godzilla is immune to a magic that can do that. So here you go. So yeah.
let's examine the layers of their multiverses. Marvel's cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have
Until you count Marvel Godzilla, which is stated to be canon into both universe. Oh yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work now, and now does it? Especially when you take into account the fact that because Marvel Godzilla is stated to be canon to both, that would mean that by your own logic, Marvel Godzilla is an avatar of Godzilla Ultima, which mean that Godzilla Ultima is above literally everything in Marvel and it's the same level as the one as the below place. Damn, that's crazy, huh? Ah yeah, you see, defeated by your own logic. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
The same sort of
Is that why you didn't count Marvel Godzilla? Which is stated again to be canon to both universes? I wonder.
transcending layers above and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the
And even then, like technically, even Godzilla Ultimate could just prevent the below place to be connected to the universe where they're fighting, so that still doesn't work. But yeah, that's crazy, huh?
entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place, could
Again, Marvel Godzilla.
Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype. Ultima was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal super-dimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning Archetype against itself.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to
Yeah, but only Ultima, so like basically, it's crazy because literally, not only are Godzilla stronger than Ultima, which you didn't take into account, like for example, Godzilla Rage Across Time, most of Marvel's Godzillas, technically you could even count like DC Godzilla, like if you really, like you could even count that, and even like SA Godzilla, you barely counted them, and they're stronger than Godzilla Ultima, but you barely use them or don't at all, and talk about Ultima, but like if you remove Godzilla Ultima from the equation, Hulk literally can't win. Damn, that's crazy.
work with, and Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach.
I mean, there are many iterations of Godzilla who can, like, are aware that they're fictional, so that's basically the same thing.
Through a singular point, but that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is
I mean, not necessarily, because in say Godzilla he was technically never truly defeated by scientists, or even Godzilla in Hell would. I mean, you don't fight like yeah, and Godzilla Rage Across Times. I can keep this out. I can. Or Showa Godzilla too. Like there are many Godzilla that were technically never defeated by anyone. I mean, except for Godzilla SA, which technically was defeated by himself. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality beyond our understanding.
Who made a device with those particles that breaks space-time, like
Okay, breaking space-time, which many stronger Godzilla are immune to anyway, of distortion of space-time.
the Diagonalizer? Who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the Dimension Calculator? Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including
No, the green door isn't always open when it does. Like I already said that so many times now.
Banner. Even if Ultima's catastrophe
Again, by your own logic, that would mean that, uh, by your own logic, that would mean that Godzilla Ultima, like, is part of the Marvel cosmology. So if this happened, So that is just wrong.
If he destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe,
And even then, like that's not the case. So yeah.
and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who
So yeah, and if you wanted something like more detailedly debunked this fight, well, I made a post about this. It's just it was a while ago though. Might take a while, but just if you want more detail on why this was bullshit, can just watch this video right there, which I'm right there, yeah, this one, which I am still going to remake a post so you can find it easily. And yeah, so I did my best, but this goes more into details because well, I don't have in my all of this right in my mind right away, so I might have forgotten things and all that. So because this live is over now. It lasted for like 1 hour straight, so we're just going to end it here for. I mean, I didn't. So yeah, what my. So we're my. I just going to end this and yeah. So hi green friends, I didn't see you there because so well yeah. So sorry. And yep. In fact, yes, Godzilla in fact wins easily. And so that was all, and